What's up, my crew members? My name is Andrew from the Superhero Crew, and I'm here with Coach from the Superhero Crew. And we're outside. This is a special episode of Comic Talk, and in this one, we're going to be talking about The Man of Steel, #1 of 6, SpiderGwen, number 33, and Doomsday Clock, number 5. So let's talk. Yes, guys, we're outside. We're on a trip right now, but we still are going to get you guys with an episode of Comic Talk. So first things first, let's talk about Man of Steel #1. So this was a preview in Action Comics 1000, and it just introduced Rogol-Zar, and it had like Supergirl and Superman fighting Rogol-Zar, and it opens up with basically Rogol-Zar being like talking to other members of, like, I guess, different planets, and saying, hey, you know, Krypton sucks, and they're just going to take over other planets. Maybe we should destroy it. And they're like, maybe. And then he's like, well, I think it's a good idea. And then we kind of just cut back and forth from that, and then to the present, where we see like just Killer Moth for no reason in Metropolis with Firefly. Superman, you know, takes him out, starts flying, and he just honestly thinks to himself, just throughout the whole thing, he just starts thinking to himself about certain things. There's a fire, he saves some people, then he's trying to figure out what's going on. He meets this woman named Deputy Melody Moore. I guess there's a new character that Bendis has created for Superman to be a part of the Superman mythos, and you know, they talk, and then obviously you could tell she has a crush on him. And then we go back, we see Rogol-Zar on this planet, and one of the Guardians, you know, like the Green Lantern Guardians, says, hey, like, we don't know if destroying Krypton is ideal. And he's like, but come on. And then, you know, because he thinks Krypton sucks. Then we see, I think this was one of the previews from something. I think it was in DC Nation. That's what it was. We see, like, you know, like something with Perry White, Clark. He's apparently gonna take over the office. Remember that in DC Nation that happened. Then we see Clark, his kid, and Lois, you know, at home, and then they're looking like, oh my God, and then it's just white. And that's it for Man of Steel #1. So, what did you think about Man of Steel #1?
It was good. I think it was good. It just seemed like, you know, things were going about, and why did he come to destroy Superman? So, I think it was Action Comics 1000. He said he was the reason that Krypton was destroyed, and you know, we know it's Brainiac 5, but why was it?
Well, maybe this is like a new retcon.
Who knows? So
something.
We're gonna find out. So now he comes to kill Superman.
Yes.
And I guess he wants to kill Superboy, Supergirl. He wants to kill all the remaining Kryptonians, because he says that they're like a blight on the universe. So.
And
we don't know why.
And what's the deal with Lois? Where the hell is she? Is she dead or something?
No, she's there. She quit the Daily Planet. She's doing something else. Because it seems like she wrote a book, and she's maybe she's on a newscast or something like that, you know?
Maybe. It was weird, because it was like, I don't know.
She seems like she's still in the news. We don't know how.
Yeah, they randomly changed the art for literally just 2 pages, then went back to this, so I didn't know if this was a flashback still or what was going on. So that's why I was a little confused. So I guess she's not dead. But then, yeah, so this is the weekly Superman event, where it's going to be this series, what Brian Michael Bendis is writing for Superman, and then he'll be writing Superman in Action Comics. I think he's also going to be writing. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, so this was okay to me. I don't know how I feel about Rogol-Zar destroying Krypton. I think that might be a little stupid, but we'll have to see how it plays out.
Maybe everybody, all of them said no, and then Brainiac said yes. They said, let's do it behind everybody's back.
Yeah.
You know, that type
but,
of deal.
like, here's the thing, though. What if now it's not Brainiac?
Well, I'm just...
You know, like, what if it was only Rogol Zar? But we don't know yet. That's my problem. If they do something like that, then I'm gonna be mad. You know, that's really stupid. But they should definitely do something like you said. Rogol Zar goes to Brainiac and says, hey, we need to do this, and Brainiac says, yes, I think that would be better. But, you know, so, yeah, so what would you give Man of Steel #1?
7.
Yeah, I would give it
I like the art.
7.
It reminds me of, like, John Byrne.
Yeah.
Very similar to John Byrne's art.
Yeah, the art is very good in this. It was very good. Yeah, so remember, this is a weekly event that's going on, so it's coming out once a week, and then that'll lead into the Superman series that Brian Michael Bendis will start, and then Action Comics 1001, which I think starts either end of June or beginning of July or something like that. So that's Action Comics #1. You want to go to Doomsday Clock #5?
All right, so Doomsday Clock #5. There's way too much to remember what went on here.
Yeah, there's a lot that happened in this.
But
and this is 2 months after issue 4 came out.
Which is it's way too long. So basically, it seems to be it's going back to the original Watchmen, where like there's a thing where Hawk and Dove are fighting and they get arrested, and it's not the first time. They're like, you know, they're almost like freedom fighters, and they get arrested in Russia. So that's one thing. Then there's random things back and forth where Ozzy was in the hospital because he tried to kill Lex Luthor, or he was trying to talk to Lex Luthor, and then the comedian threw him out the window, but he took Luthor with him.
Yeah, so comedian was trying to kill Lex Luthor, but Ozzy got blamed for it because Ozzy was there and comedian got away. So.
Right. And he landed on his head, and he's okay. He ends up going away. Rorschach gets, I don't really remember it, but I guess he gets broken out of jail by Saturn Girl, who is, you know, from Legion of
Superheroes.
Right. So
and that's the whole thing, that Dr. Manhattan kind of, like, made everybody forget the Legion of Superheroes, or made them not exist, and also same thing with the Justice Society, or made them not exist. That's why you see Johnny Thunder, and then the whole thing with the button.
Johnny Thunder's out looking for something. We don't know what he's looking for.
Yeah.
But then he ends up finding a Green Lantern.
The Green Lantern power battery.
Right.
Which is weird.
And then we find out that Russia has a bunch of superheroes, and then there's the Superman theory where America is making superheroes.
Allegedly, that's the theory.
But then this just goes back to the Cold War, where Russia is blaming America for stuff, and America's blaming Russia for stuff. So now it's doing the superhero thing. He gets out. Like I said, Batman is with Ozzy in the Owl's ship, which we haven't seen the Owl. You know, the comedian is looking for something. He's doing something. He's trying to get some information, and the cops let him go. Then those two, the marionettes,
the chick and then the mime guy.
Yeah, well, they run into Johnny Thunder.
Yeah.
And they say, where's, you know, everybody goes crazy when the light's on, and they point to the Batman light. So then Ozzy and Batman get into a little scuffle. They fall. Batman goes out. He gets his butt kicked by the crowd because everybody hates Batman for some reason. Firestorm's in it. Talking about it's so much in here.
There's so many different things that happen, and you should if you haven't been reading this, I don't know why you haven't, but you should definitely read this because there's so much stuff.
Then we actually see Superman, but he really doesn't do much. He's only in it for like 2 panels. Black Adam's in it. He seems to be a good guy in this. It's weird.
Yeah, like
he's trying to kill.
He saves Jack Ryder, and then he's like, okay,
well,
come here.
We assume it's him. We don't know, but then the lightning bolts.
Well, they say that, okay, you know, this is exclusive, you know, thing. Yeah. And then Black Adam's like, okay, come here to this country, and we will grant you asylum.
Because he's like I think he's from the Middle East, Black Adam.
Yeah.
Like he's like an Egyptian or something like that.
He's like the Egyptian pharaoh.
Right.
Whatever.
So come to like Kurd Ham or something. It's some kind of made up like metropolis or Gotham. It's like, I guess, a made up Middle Eastern city. He's like, oh, all the superheroes come here. We'll take care of you. So you know, he finds the lantern, and basically what happens is the 2 marionettes actually meet the Joker, and that's like the last page. He meets the Joker, and they bring him Batman all beat up. So it seems like the Joker's got. We don't know what their agenda is with the Joker, but the Batman is at Joker's feet. Then we have this Trouble Alert, which is actually, I didn't read it. There's so much to it, but it tells you about all these metahumans
and
in
over
America.
here it says over 97% of the world's metahumans are from America.
So like, you know, in different types of metahumans, and then it's the metahuman menace. So it's just, what happens is the Watchmen, original Watchmen takes place in the 80s. And the big thing in the 80s, I grew up in the 80s, and our biggest fear was nuclear war.
Yeah.
So it was like at any time Russia's going to launch their nukes against us, or the president's going to flip out and send the nukes over there. So it was always this big nuclear holocaust in the back of your mind. That was a big thing. Growing up in the 80s, that's what it was. And earlier in the 60s and the 50s, it was like, oh well, who's going to invade? And communism was a big thing. That's when like the McCarthy hearings happened. So now this is kind of leading into that paranoia, where it's not the nukes, it's the superheroes or the metahumans.
And I like
I like the term metahuman, because some of these guys aren't so super.
Yeah.
You know, they're just, you know.
And I like, it was funny, the mime and that chick, his wife, where they were like, oh, you know, don't give us your fake money, like, you know, we want Nixon.
We want Nixon on the dollars.
Yeah.
Well, because
and he's like, well, what are you talking about?
Nixon was he had like 4 terms in the Watchmen. He was he wasn't impeached.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's it. So, but we missed a lot. There's a lot going on in here, and it's blurbs. It's like Firestorm does something, and then even like Killer Frost is in it for one panel, and then Jack Ryder.
There's a lot going on.
You know what's great is Jack Ryder was going to get his head chopped off because he's a reporter.
Thank God he didn't.
And then
I love
Black
Jack
Adam.
Ryder, yeah.
I guess Black Adam saved him, but I guess Jack Ryder's there, and then he'll probably join Black Adam's country because he is the Creeper.
Yeah.
But do we know he's the Creeper? Who the hell knows in this universe what's going on?
Well, obviously he is, because this is the regular DC universe. It's not like some alternate universe. This is the DC universe, because how it's supposed to be is when this is done, all the books that are going on right now will catch up to the beginning, like the first issue. If you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when issue 12 comes out, the DC universe, all the books will be caught up to the first issue of Doomsday Clock.
Okay.
So we're seeing what's going on
It's almost
in like a year. So this takes place in like a year and a half, or 2 years, because guess when issue 6 comes out? In 3 months. 3 months. We got so much stuff in here, and it's like, oh my God, this and that.
So you know what's
this is
gonna happen?
awesome. Then 3 months later, you're gonna get issue 6.
What we're gonna have to do is, honestly, we're gonna get issue what is this?
Issue 6.
So issue 7 is gonna come out. We're gonna have to read 6 again.
Or no, this is 5 and then 6.
Okay, so when 6 comes out, you're gonna have to read this again, because I don't remember Rorschach being broken out. I don't remember. It was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And we've read about 100 books since then.
And that's the problem. And I don't know what Jeff Johns is doing. I don't know if it's getting delayed. I don't know if this is his plan. But who knows?
Well, if you know, let us know.
Yeah, and it's disappointing that it's going to come out in 3 months. That really sucks.
It's almost at the point now where if we didn't really want to know, I'd just wait for the trade.
Yeah, but I kind of want to know.
No, I want to know, but I'm like...
Because the trade will be out in like 2021 by the time this is done.
I'm starting to get pissed off with this stupid release.
Yeah, and we're not even halfway through.
No, I mean, we should be up to like issue 10 by now.
Yeah.
It's at least it's been about 10 months.
No, so. Yeah, and you know it's funny though. It's like Mr. Miracle's kind of doing the same thing, but it's like, okay, 1 month hiatus. You're not gonna get them booked for a month. Okay, you know, got to issue an issue, and then another month hiatus. Okay, that's fine, but that's fine. Yeah. But this is like 2 months now, 3 months, which is insane.
How did you find out it's gonna come out in 3 months?
I looked up when issue 6 would. I looked up issue 6. I'm like, okay, is it coming out next month? Nope, it's coming out in 3 months.
That's crazy.
Which is even crazy.
It's coming out after the summer. That's nuts.
It's like or the end of the summer, like August. So, but that really sucks. But what'd you think of Doomsday Clock number 5?
It was good. I thought it was good. 8, solid 8.
Yeah, I would give it a solid 8. Yeah, definitely.
Everything is good. It's it was good, but it was a mishmash. It was
a lot of stuff happened,
going on.
And you know what? It kind of makes up for the last issue where not a lot happened.
I mean, it took us 5 issues, but the marionettes finally meet the
Joker. Yeah,
who they've been looking for 5 issues already.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was cool. But yeah. So 8 out of 5. Just, I think it...
8 out of 10.
Or, not 8 out of 5. 8 out of 10.
For issue 5.
For issue 5.
Right.
But, yeah, so that's it for Doomsday Clock number 5. Alright guys, so let's talk about SpiderGwen number 32. Got a little scared because here in the corner it says final. I thought it was the final issue, but no, it is not. But let's explain what happened in this issue. So, perks of filming outside, am I right guys? So, we see Matt Murdock is talking to the Hand members from different parts of the world, and they're like, you're kind of failing us, we're going to come after you. And he's like, no. And he's like, okay, well, I'll take, whatever you throw at me. And then we see Uncle Ben kind of getting mad because in the newspaper, J. Jonah, basically in the last issue, we see SpiderGwen went to J. Jonah Jameson and said, here's my story and what happened, and saying that Spider-Woman of Earth 65 is indeed Gwen Stacy. So you see the newspaper says SpiderGwen. So yeah, so that happened. Then we see that Gwen kind of got Mary Jane and the two other girls together to talk about what's going on and what they're gonna do. We see she's with gets Franklin Richards, and they're gonna basically play a song. And long story short, we also see Matt Murdock fighting off hand ninjas and stuff. Gwen gets the symbiote and basically plays the song, which also kind of rids the symbiote from Gwen, and also it really hurts Matt Murdock's ears, and he kind of gets really mad about that. So I guess he's defeated or whatever. And I don't think, did he die? I don't think he's dead. Or well, he just says, Gwen just says, oh, I'll let the rest of the Hand take care of you, and then she just leaves. So we don't see him die, so he might still be alive. So finally, we're done with Matt Murdock, and Gwen turns herself into the police, and the next issue is the trial of Gwen Stacy. So, SpiderGwen number 32. So, what do I think about this? I mean, like, they're kind of... Okay, so they got rid of the Venom symbiote, finally. They got rid of Matt Murdock, finally. But now her secret identity's out. What is she going to do? After issue 33, are they going to end it? Are they going to keep going? What's going to happen? I have no idea. I haven't looked at, further issues ahead to see if those issues are going to come out or when they're going to come out. So I have no idea what's going to happen with this. Will Spider-Gwen go into our 616 universe? I have no idea what's going to happen. But yeah, that's pretty much it for SpiderGwen number 32. I don't know how I felt about this one. Just the fact that, she gave up her identity. Now she got herself arrested. She, turned herself into the cops. So, I honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know what they are going to do or what they might do. I don't look at any summaries or spoilers or previews for the next issues of my comics because I like it to be a surprise for me. I don't want anything spoiled for myself. So we'll have to see in SpiderGwen issue number 33. But for this one, honestly, I'd have to give it a 7 out of 10. Not as good as I thought it would be, or not as good as I wanted it to be. I was hoping it would have been higher, like an 8, 8.5, because this is like, okay, this is the final issue, final arc, kind of, her with the Venom symbiote and the whole situation with Matt Murdock. But I just wished it would have ended, and then she wouldn't have revealed her identity, but I guess she had to do it for her dad, or whatever. But yeah, SpiderGwen number 32, I'd have to give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah guys, so that's it. If you liked the video, please like, got any questions, comment down below, and subscribe for more comic-based videos, and I'll see you in the next one.